chef.
Yeah.
And the thing with Lewis is the other thing. I don't even did I tell you. So Lewis is now Ron DeSantis's personal chef.
Yeah.
He's living in the
Lewis.
mansion.
What?
Yeah, he's cooking in the mansion from every day. He's a little probably off site, but yeah, he's a direct chef for Ron DeSantis, who is the governor of Florida, which is a huge. I mean,
Yeah.
huge job, right? Like you get that on your resume or like White House or something like that, and like
Yeah.
you'll get. Think about how many donors people go through the mansion that are going to hire him for private parties.
Yeah.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing, right? Like you get that on your resume, plus you get all this. So
Other,
big shout out to
other
Lewis.
politicians see him, or people
Definitely.
people go there and taste the food. He's on that.
Yep, yep.
Hey,
yep.
Lewis, you gonna get him on those cookies?
Oh yeah.
Gotta get him on those cookies.
For sure.
Low sugar, low carb cookies.
For sure. Yeah, the cookies definitely. I miss those cookies, but they're doing me good not eating them too. So I'll just go through a whole batch of them at one time. So
I can't stop.
yeah, Cookie Monster style.
Yeah.
No. So so we're gonna get into some different things today. Talk about some different things for you guys. You know, one thing is healing, right? So I just got back. I got back from Cancun, and I did some stem cells down in Cancun and stuff like that to heal my shoulders. And at that point, I wanted to see what this was all about. And there's different types of stem cells that you can get. And you know, just as recently, Florida has lowered the laws on stem cells. So there's different treatments that you can get here in the state of Florida that you can, you know, anywhere else, or you would have to travel international. And all that stuff I'm talking about with you guys is information and education. So if you guys want more information, you guys can contact your physician or somebody in that field or type medical center if you want to. I'd be happy to talk to you about all these different things. But you know, these treatments are big. So I know a lot of different guys that went down to the specific place, and at that point got these stem cells. And these stem cells are Dezawa Muse stem cells, right? And Dezawa is from Dr. Dezawa, and she's from Japan, and she has this lock and key on these stem cells. Like the research on it, the clinical data, like they're very superior to anything else. So two people get it, Dr. Khan, which is Kim Kardashian's doctor, and then this clinic. So it's really cool. So I went down there. I automatically felt like, hey, listen, my shoulders feel a little bit better. But you know, before this, you know, about 2 years going on, you know, I've been in this situation, and it's been tough because you got to live, got to look in shape, got to be ready, you got to play the part, right? So at that point, just kind of working through things, but utilizing some of the different healing peptides to be able to get through some of these workouts, actually just to get the inflammation down, to feel better just for daily activities or routines.
Right.
You know?
So combining, you know, like BPC or something like that with the stem.
Yeah. So BBC and TB500 obviously by themselves are just, I think, great as far as healing peptides and anything like that, right? But stem cells are a whole different level, especially for healing and everything like that. Like it's nuts. So, you know, I really do believe they recommend pre and post, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I would recommend that to anybody that has acute or chronic injuries because, you know, nobody wants to go underneath a knife and get surgery.
I always wondered with stem cell because I hear so much about it, I hear so much good stuff about it. You know, I know CBUM had it done,
Yeah.
other people.
So he had it done by Dr. Khan.
Oh, he the same guy?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
He is like,
So he's like the man.
he's the guy I've been following for
Yeah.
years. And then I recently found out about this clinic, like maybe like a year and a half ago. And at that point, like I know a lot of people that went there,
Yeah.
like top tier athletes.
Yeah.
One is Titus. Titus went there. You know, he's like, it's amazing. We had an amazing experience. Obviously, Michael Hearn went down. He went down before me. We were supposed to go down then, but I couldn't go. So this time he came down. We both went down again. And we had another guy with us called Jimmy Bluff. I don't know if you've never heard of this guy.
I saw the videos. I would not really. He seems like a
It's
character.
yeah,
He
no.
seems like a character. Though.
Oh my God! So Jimmy is a character, and he's a great guy. He's got a lot of great energy, and
It almost sounds like a wrestler vibe to him.
he does. He
Like,
does.
yeah,
He does.
yeah.
And he's a big guy too, so he's not a
Yeah.
small dude either.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good dude. So, but you know, the technique of what he did, and then like so Mike's been telling me, you know, and John Rollo, who's one of the partners in this clinic, we're telling like, you know, it's just amazing, like especially what you'll get that out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I'm like,
That's one thing I always wondered with stem cell. I'm like, how long does it take? Is it right away?
it's right away. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, some people feel pain for like maybe a week or two
Yeah.
in these areas. And then it starts getting better and it just starts working over month and month and month. But
Mm.
you know, what Jimmy did was like he gives like these 3 hour like body releases is what I would call it. And it's like Mike has been raving about this guy since I met him, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, he's a massage therapist. I'm like, he's probably really good at scraping or whatever.
Yeah.
And no, man, I mean, the 3 hours flew by like that. I thought it was gonna be word on that table,
Yeah.
you know, but like the way that his thumbs, fingers, I didn't know. So it was like a sewing machine on both of them, and it was. I mean, just
On both of what?
on both of his hands. The way he was like
Oh, wow.
the rhythm and the pressure
You
and
mean on like a massage?
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
but I've never had a massage like this ever. Usually
So
massage like this,
like I did this.
it did,
Yeah.
but it was like little ones with his fingers. And it was, dude, think about doing that for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
To him, it was nothing. It was nothing, and I was like, holy shit! And he's done like huge people, like huge
Yeah.
people. So I'm like, damn, like
3 minutes, my hands be cramping.
3 minutes, right? An hour. You're like, all right, dude. I mean, this guy, he went full out. I mean, and then when you get up, you're like, holy, like, you'll feel like he'll tell you, like, he's telling me, he's like, your leg is in your stomach, your hip is in your stomach. I'm like, I don't know, my hip in my stomach, right?
Mm.
And he's like, he starts working, and then he pull. It's like, and you don't pop. It's not like
Yeah.
it was just released. I was like, holy shit. The shoulder, like, I mean, I had a lot more mobility. I've got a little bit mobility just from the stem cells already.
Yeah.
I mean, I can barely lift my shoulder.
Mm.
So I'm getting there. Hopefully, we'll see. And you know, coming soon. Hopefully, I got a phone call right after our live today with those guys. Hopefully,
Yeah. I've never been a fan of like massages and all that if it doesn't work.
yeah,
Like a lot of people get it done just because like you're supposed to, or a lot of people, but they get it done afterwards. They're like, yeah, I feel okay. Like,
yeah,
but to actually hear like
yes.
to feel the difference, like
And he's
I'm a
not
firm believer. Where if I get something, I need to see it. I
absolutely.
don't want to just say, oh, it's going to help you. I want to
No.
actually like
No, yes.
feel and touch and see the
So,
difference.
you know, obviously she's more like that too, right? Where she's like more standoffish. She's like, ah. So I was like, honestly, I was like, it was worth to get on the table. I was like, just get on the table for like 30 minutes, let him just do your neck.
Good.
And she was like, man. So she had a stamp of approval too. That's how good he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
So at that point, what we're trying to do is, and you know, how you involved this too, like maybe training and stuff, is do some retreats because he wants to do the retreats. We want to do the retreats.
Mm.
Maybe partnering up on that. We're gonna talk about that
Yeah,
right now. We go somewhere for 5 days.
yeah,
Maybe have him come to Tampa.
yeah,
We'll put him over combinations here. We'll put him to routines here.
yeah.
So super cool. A lot of stuff on the rise, guys.
I've never heard of a 3 hour though. That's
3 hour massage. Have you ever had a 3 hour massage in your guys' life?
it's a lot. I don't think I've had even an hour. I think the longest I've had is maybe like 30 minutes or something like that.
In 30 minutes?
But I've never had a real. I've always had one like at some expo or some table.
Oh,
I've never actually like gone and got
gotcha.
work done.
I gotcha.
And every time they do it, I'm like, it's not hard enough. Stop.
Yeah.
It's like
you
I
need more
want
pressure.
like a Russian shot putter that was in like the '88
Yeah.
Olympics, like some
Yeah.
big Olga chick.
Yes.
Just get
Yes.
in there.
Yes. Using their elbows, using that,
Yeah,
using the
broomstick,
body.
whatever they have to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
So yeah, and so Jimmy definitely, you know, if it comes out of Tampa, he'll probably play if you want. Just feel like it's totally different. But you know, good massage therapist, yeah. There's the relaxing where they're just, but guys like you and me, especially like if we're working out and training,
Yeah.
you want to get in there. 'Cause sometimes you got those knots and those different areas.
Like, I'm
And
bad.
that fascia, that tissue, right? And that's the main thing too, along with the muscles that you want to get in there and really release and let go. So yeah.
It might be that time.
You
'Cause
know?
every time like they touch on me, I'm like, oh, I've never had. Let me see, and they're always like, whoa, you're all tight. You're
Right.
You need to open up. I'm like, yeah,
Right. You know, but you know, as us, we think, hell, tight's good, right? 'Cause you want that
yeah,
tight, right?
yeah, exactly.
But you know, it's something that you do want.
Mobility.
You want mobility.
Yeah,
And if you're too tight all the time, that will limit your mobility, and over time, you will lose that mobility. So
yeah.
make sure you guys are stretching. You know, after workouts. I wouldn't stretch before workouts.
Yeah, I know Ronnie Coleman was big on that. He'd do legs, and afterwards he would
Yeah.
do splits and lay,
Yeah.
and lay with his feet
Yeah.
behind him and just do all that.
Because I mean, at that point, like you got that pump in there, you're getting the blood flowing even more throughout the, wherever you're training, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
back, legs.
Yeah, I know when I'm doing calves, I have to like stretch halfway through because they get so tight they can't move, and I stretch them out, I can get more in.
Really?
But people always say like a lot of bodybuilders are like they're opposed to stretching because they feel like they're going to lose muscle and all this stuff. But I just say, look at gymnasts.
No.
Look at male gymnasts. They have some of the best arms
Yeah.
development ever, and that's all they do is stretch, and they're way more flexible than I like to be. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just like John said, do it after your workout. Because if you stretch before you work out, it fatigues the muscle.
Yes.
Like if I do some heavy stretching or heavy massage before I train, it's like,
Yeah, that's no good.
yeah, I could lift like 50% of what I normally can. Yeah.
And then those things should be done afterwards, right? Because that's a part of recovery. It's a part of recovery, like even massages and all this, just tools for recovery.
Yeah.
And that's it. You want to make sure you're using the best tools you possibly can for recovery if you can.
Even sauna too. I hear some people say, "Oh, I like to do the sauna because I kind of warms me up with the workout."
Nah, I wouldn't do
I wouldn't do it either because you step out of the sauna into the cold AC. So now you're sweaty, like almost like getting out of the pool, soaking wet in the cold,
Yeah.
and then now working out. So
Yeah.
it'd be better to just do a little bit more or wear a hood or do something to, and then go in there afterwards and just let the sauna do the work so you don't have to move around as much. But, yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
I'm a big heat guy. I hate the cold. So all these cryo people,
Yeah.
I have all these cryo people sending me stuff. Come, we'll do it for this. We'll give you this and that. I'm like, no colds.
We got a question here. We got a couple questions here. Nice. What's one thing people misunderstand about medical weight loss? What's one thing people misunderstand about medical weight loss?
I'd probably say
that's the answer to everything, I guess. They think that weight loss, so let me give you an example. The example is this. You're 45 years old as a woman, you've been natural your whole life, never done the hormone testing at all, you're gaining a whole bunch of weight, and it's really hard for you to lose weight for medical weight loss. And you're like, all right, well, medical weight loss, like this should be it, right? Like that's why I need to come to you. And then we're like, no, it could be your hormones, right? So I mean, there's different paths. I mean, people misunderstand like I can't lose weight, only contributed to weight loss drugs, and then not looking at hormones because hormones can make that problem happen too, and then make the problem a lot harder to tackle, even with certain drugs.
I'd also tell you too, I've seen now that the new thing now is people that take some of the GLP-1s, they automatically think, oh, I could eat what I want now. So they actually eat worse than they ate before. And they, even though they're, they may lose the weight. So it's like, just because you're losing weight doesn't necessarily mean that you should just be eating crap.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat fast food and cookies every day and take a GLP-1 and be like, I'm losing weight. Like, you got to have some type of cleanness to your diet.
No, I agree. I agree.
You don't just take it and I don't know. I mean, even it's messed up because you can though. Yeah. That's what's messed up.
Yeah.
Like the big 300-400 pounders on the carts in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Those are great for GLP-1s. No, but
absolutely
those are pretty much. I mean, I'm not going to say it was made for that, but those people benefit the most. So I mean,
I mean,
you see the results the most. But a lot of them, they just like what we say, they don't train, they don't eat it clean, so they have a lot of loose skin, and they're just like their body's just like dwindling. Why not just? I don't understand. I really don't understand. I think it's because they're accustomed to eating for so bad for so long.
Yeah.
And even though their appetite isn't there, when they do get an appetite, they eat something bad. So rather than eating like 5-6 meals a day, they'll eat like once a day, and they'll have like a cheeseburger and fries with like regular Coke.
Yep.
So it's like, but I'm losing the weight. Like, you can also starve yourself and lose the weight.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
And I'm not advising anybody to starve.
No, it's not healthy either way. You guys want to change your lifestyle. So if you have an unhealthy lifestyle, if you're not eating good, okay, I'm not going to say perfect, because a lot of people couldn't do what we do. But if you're eating 70% of the time good, let's say, right? And then you're having some sort of activity, whether you're brisk walking, I don't care, or you're training, or you're running, or doing something. I would recommend, if it was me, I would be doing weight training.
Yeah.
We're doing weight training, and if you want to do a little bit of cardiovascular for heart, that's great. But I wouldn't do a whole bunch of cardiovascular because you're going to lose the weight. I mean, if you want to expedite and you have a lot of weight to lose, then that might be a tool. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
But the main thing I can say is eat protein, right? Good proteins. And at that point, just make sure that you're covering the basics, because usually people take GLPs, they're eating the bad stuff, but they can't eat so much of what they like. Right?
Yeah, they'll have like half a burger.
Yeah, because they
one slice of
can't
pizza instead of 3.
Yeah, they literally can't eat.
Yeah,
If they could, they would.
Yeah.
But they don't, right? I hear this from patients all the time. Even Sharice, like, she'll bite, man, she's like, I want this, like, she'll bite, I can't eat anymore. I'm like, that's what it does. That's what it's supposed to do.
That's why you gotta. That's why a lot of people, and people I know, it's like, hey, drink some egg whites.
Yeah.
It's something,
Yeah.
make your food light.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a whole bunch of rice and steak and heavy food.
Yeah.
Like soft eggs or egg whites. Or I'm food's better, but if you find a clean protein powder, at least you're getting your protein. It's better than not eating at all.
Absolutely.
And that was one of my topics today. I'm saying a diet is more important than exercise in terms of changing your body, losing weight.
I agree.
I've had clients, or I've just known of people that have been eating like crap, but they work out every day. They go do their cardio in the morning. They do this. They party on the weekends. They eat like, but they go to the gym religiously, and the body never changes.
Right.
Now, seeing people myself personally will be like, look, stop the gym for 30 days if you can, and then eat like this. And they're like, wow, I'm starting to see what I've been working for.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you have to pick and choose and you're really, really out of shape, diet is way more important.
Diet is way more important.
Now, if you're already lean, it's still important, but it's not as important. But I've seen, I was at the gym a couple weeks ago, and this girl, she's losing weight, looking great, and she killed the workout, sweating, doing all this stuff in her zone. As soon as she's done, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get me some crab boil. I'm like, so it's like the crab itself is fine, but I know crab boil is a liquid butter, and salt,
yes,
all kinds of sodium.
Unhealthy things.
It's kind of like putting bacon and cheese on a salad. And for someone, not just her specifically, but anybody that's like that, you're better off not even going to the gym and eating like a well-balanced diet for the day. That's going to benefit your body weight. But you're going to see changes in the mirror. You may not feel the pump. You may not, feel your glutes or your abs or whatever you want to improve. But I'm telling you, and then when you could do both, that's game changer.
That's the game changer.
So you combine diet, and then you combine exercise, and then you combine Titan therapies. That's what we call optimal. That's when you're like optimal.
Yes.
But I would say start with the diet. Don't be so concerned with the workouts. Everybody's concerned with
diet is key.
Taking something. A lot of people take illegal stuff, which is causing even more problems. So people will take something illegal that damages the body, and to get a quick pump and take a good picture, and eat like crap.
I agree.
Yeah, so you definitely gotta eat clean. I challenge anybody out there to try it. Just try it 30, 60 days, 90 days if you can, and just eat clean. A lot of people only eat clean for a couple of weeks. They get discouraged and they can't, they don't go 90 days, 180 days. They can't.
Definitely not.
It took me a while to realize too, even when John was the one that got me eating clean when I first came to Titan. I was eating McDonald's every day, like we've talked about plenty of times. And I was shredded, veiny everywhere.
It was.
I took a video. My ex-girlfriend had a video. We're at the beach one time with you, and I was coming down the steps, and she was recording me coming down the steps, and I saw my lower back and it was moving a little bit. And I'm very particular. So if I see any type of movement or whatever, I was like, what? That's what, because if I look at it in the mirror, but every time I step, I would see that little boom, boom. I don't know if it was water and fat, and I'm like, that's what the McDonald's is doing. So all this time I'm taking pictures and ab shots and everything was fine. I didn't know everywhere was hard. I got no fat, but it was right there. So that's and clean diet cleaned it up. So now I'm like, I'm kind of like OCD where I'm like, I'm not gonna go back there, because I don't see it back there.
No, it's gone. It's definitely gone. That's one thing. I think your physique is improved tremendously.
I don't realize that my face was a lot rounder. Even the first video we did, walking through the. We went to LA Fitness. The first time I took the ECA was like, that was like that was like Pookie in New Jack City.
Right? Like, just been all my life.
I was like, what? No heartburn. I don't have to use the bathroom. This is clean. I remember even afterwards, we went to eat afterwards, and I was still feeling. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
now I'm used to it.
They keep you running.
Now I'm used to it.
So, what's one thing you want to improve about your wellness this year? What do you think, Drew? What do you got? What's one thing you want?
One thing I want to improve?
Yes.
I would probably say, it seems kind of simple, but on a personal level, I would just say to drink more water. I always eat clean. I mean, every once in a while I'll cheat. You know, if I'm with John, we're at an event, I may have a cookie or 10.
Yeah.
But that happens every few months. But I would say for me, water. I mean, everybody else is different, but everything else in my diet's pretty clean. But it's like I have to force myself to drink water.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them people that don't really get thirsty, so I could go the whole day and not even. I could eat, but I won't even really. So I have to force myself to drink water. So that would probably be the one thing. It seems simple, but I mean.
It seems simple, but it's
But everything else is in line. That's just every once in a while I'm like, man, my water. It'll be 2 p.m. No water yet. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
You know, I mean, if I get to that point like that, honestly, I'm really thirsty and like I'll down like 3/4 of the bottle, just one drink.
yeah. That's what I do. I have this I get a room temperature,
Yeah.
16 ounce, and I
Hit
just
it.
down the whole thing. And I'm like,
Hit
but
it.
then I'll like wait 2, 3, 4 more hours. I'm like, man, I gotta.
Hit it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I mean, that's what I do. I'll do it, probably in the afternoon and then later on in the day. It's tough because I've been drinking that like juice like thing
Yeah, the
like
juice.
all day, and that takes up space too. I'm like, it'll fill you up, drink.
This dude got a new juicer. He's making juice every day.
Every day.
He's got berries.
That was the one thing, man. When I got the King Clear, I was like, man, fucking, I can't. I'll be away from my juice for like 2 days.
Yeah.
This sucks.
But it gets addicted. Those berries, they'll make a game changer, right? Digestion and everything. Like I've tried I had a whole bunch of years where I was doing bananas.
Yeah.
Then I was doing dude, I even did pears or apples and this
Yeah.
watermelon, pineapple, all this stuff. As soon as I got to the berries, like pineapple and watermelon stuff may taste a little better.
Yeah.
But the antioxidants, the digestion,
Yes.
the way it makes you feel, the way it
Yes.
keeps you regular, like it's perfect.
It's the best. It definitely is the best. And then, I mean, there's studies on blueberries, frozen blueberries, releasing brown adipose tissue. So that's bad fat.
And it's crazy. It's frozen too.
Yeah.
Like it's not that
Yeah.
frozen. So actually, frozen blueberries are actually better than.
Yeah.
It's the only difference with me is if I'm doing a shake because cold liquid slows my digestion down. So I'll literally take the frozen blueberries or berries,
Yeah.
put them in the microwave just to get them like room temperature.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I leave it too long.
Yeah.
And it's warm. When I have a warm smoothie, it's like
Wow.
even it doesn't taste as good because
Yeah.
it's warm. It's like it helps a
Huh.
lot.
That's cool.
So now I don't drink anything cold unless I'm in between meals.
Gotcha.
Because if I'm eating a meal and I have ice cold water, I'll be eating the meal fine. And as soon as I start shipping that cold water, I'm like, yeah, let me come back to the meal. So it's like it instantly starts slowing it down.
Yeah. Your body starts picking it up.
But on the flip side, anybody out there who's eating too much, slow it down on purpose. Drink
Yes.
ice water in between the day to start your
Yes.
cravings and slow your
Yes.
stomach down.
Definitely. If you can't control your appetite, let's say you can't get on a GLP-1, my recommendation is down a whole bunch of water. You down a whole bunch of water, it's going to fill up your stomach.
Yeah.
It's not going to do you any harm unless you got kidney problems. But if you're regular, average Joe person, everything's okay. And at that point, you start chugging water, you're starving the stomach. For sure. The other thing would be is get like the lowest, I guess, fruit and sugar. I guess you have to look up what it is. I don't know what it is compared to everything else, but make sure you eat the whole fruit too. If you eat the skins, it'll slow it down, but that'll feel it too, like an apple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people eat apple, I eat apple in between. Like it's a good one too. Like you gotta make sure your sugar levels.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That's a true statement, man. I mean, you need those. You need some sort of fruit and vegetable of some sort, I guess.
Yeah, even if it's one serving.
Yeah,
even if it's in the morning, or even if you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
I hate vegetables altogether, but I mean, even if you do a green smoothie or something.
Yeah. So fruits with the lowest sugar content, obviously, and this is just crazy because these are the ones that I put in my juice.
Yeah.
Raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, and blueberries. These are the 4 that I do.
Yeah, I get the Wyman's,
Yeah.
like purple bag antioxidant.
Oh, nice.
It's like a mixed bread. Have a Publix.
Oh shit.
It's Wyman's, like organic.
Okay.
It's all that, but without the strawberries.
Okay.
Raspberries, blackberries.
Yeah, kiwi's a good one. Apricots, peaches. I know a lot of people eat figs. I wouldn't eat a fig, but there's a lot of people I know that eat figs. Grapefruits are another one. Don't put the sugar on top. I don't like it, but there's a lot of people that do. Lemons and limes, oranges especially. So this is good stuff. I mean,
And even with bodybuilders too, a lot of bodybuilders they automatically think they have to get their carbs from oatmeal, rice, and
this is
sweet
a great
potato.
way. No carb.
Easy way to get clean carbs, clean sugar.
Yep.
It's good to have fruit juice. You can get your calories and carbs from liquid too. So
Yep.
if you're trying to increase your calorie intake for the day, you can get a couple bags, get a couple different kinds of frozen berries, and just make a smoothie during it.
Yeah.
You know, you can just count your macros and get extra carbs. Before I work out, that's what I do.
That's the best. And then after your workout too,
Yeah.
like sugar like, is essential. People eating gummy bears before and after, pre and post. Why?
Like honey or fruit.
Honey or fruit, right? Natural. Like
Gummy
this is
bear.
the most natural way you can get sugar, like good sugar in the body, and really get it transportating like it should be, instead of having to break down maybe and possibly some of these different processed sugars that you guys are intaking.
I don't get why coaches, they'll be like top level coaches,
They
like
all
top in
say
the world, like gummy bears,
gummy
Sour
bears.
Patch Kids.
Like,
I'm like,
dude,
why not just
what are you
squirt
talking
some
about,
honey in
dude?
your mouth or eat some fruit?
I,
That's what I've been doing. Like I've been doing 10 or 12 hard boiled eggs in the morning time.
yeah.
I'm so used to years of doing oatmeal fruit, oatmeal fruit, oatmeal fruit. And then now it's just like I do 10 or 12 whole eggs and I put a whole bunch of frozen fruit in the blender with some creatine and honey. And I eat my eggs and I drink it. So I did the macros on it. So my macros is the same amount of carbs as in the rice.
Yeah.
But I don't feel so like bloated.
Yeah,
It's clean. Like as soon as I'm done eating, I don't feel like I feel clean.
I'm happy. That's good.
Yeah, those
That's
hard boiled
really
eggs
good.
are the game changer.
There's
Now
a reason.
I
There's a
perfected it. Now.
reason.
I perfected it now. I'm a top chef. I'm a top chef. I don't cook anything. I got the rice maker. I cook ground. That's it. I don't cook. But now I get the perfected where
You got the perfected way.
if the egg cracks, if the hard boiled cracks a little bit, I'm like,
Yeah.
I want them all perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I got the whole roti- I got the pot. I got everything. Like, yeah. So first thing in the morning, I take the 18 pack and I just throw it in the pot.
Yep.
And get those going.
I love it. So next question is do you prefer structured meal plans or intuitive eating?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Intuitive's terrible.
Intuitive eating this is where you should use intuitive eating. You're somewhere we didn't think you were going to be, or longer than you thought you were going to be, and now you're looking for some sort of alternative because you got to get something in.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you shouldn't be structured. Otherwise, your morning should be structured when you're at house, waking up, getting ready, getting something to eat, or on your way, or whatever it is. And then at that point, your lunch should be structured. Whether you're working for yourself or you're working for a business, you'll have a lunch break. If you work for yourself, you might not. But at that point, make sure you're eating.
Yeah.
And then dinner time, right? You're at least getting 3 meals through the day.
Mm.
And at that point, you should be able to go home and eat that meal. And then plan for these meals. If you're lazy and you don't want to cook anything at all, I mean, if you can't order it, you're just going to be screwed. But you're going to be intuitive eating, so that means you're going to go out and spend that money anyway.
Yeah.
So, why not buy like a meal plan? Like if you're not a structured person and you need a company to go to, I've got some really good ones. Nutrition Solutions, my good friend Chris Cavallini is a good one. And I would just recommend him. There's other ones out there, but I think he's got the best fulfillment.
He's been around for a while too. There's a reason he's been around.
He's been around 13 years like us.
Yeah.
I remember he had the bags going to Powerhouse back in the day.
I remember he had the cooler.
Yes.
Yeah, he had the little cooler in
He's
there.
perfected,
Up the street.
His craft too. He's progressed and regressed, refined.
That's back in the orange Lambo days.
Yes, orange Lambo days.
Also, too, with food, I always tell people, like for myself, just find like 4 carb sources, 4 protein sources, 4 fruit sources, or 3, and then just find those and mix them up. So if a lot of people are like, I don't like to eat the same thing every morning, well, then just find like for me, it's like oatmeal, rice, and fruit for my carbs, or egg whites, eggs, and a steak. And if in the morning time, if I don't feel like doing the eggs, I may do steak and rice, or one day I may do steak and fruit, or just that way you could pick it how you want. But I would never do intuitive. Now, if it's trial and error with your body where you're trying to figure out how stuff absorbs, that's fine.
Right.
But you don't want to just randomly be eating off, because your body has to adapt to the food.
Yeah.
Kind of like a dog. Like you get the dog, you find the dog food that the dog can handle.
Yeah.
He eats it every day, and he or she is fine.
Yeah.
Goes to the dog sitter or goes to the shelter or a friend's house, they find quality dog food. They look up the best dog food. They give it to the dog, it's healthy, but the dog's not used to it, and now it's messing up and having diarrhea.
Right.
So treat your body the same way. Find food that digests good, that's not going to mess you up, and just keep on eating it and eating it and eating it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because even healthy food will mess you up. If I go eat chicken right now and broccoli, I'm going to be all messed up. But on paper, it looks great. So for me, I'll do steak and cucumber or something like that.
And that's what works. I mean, everybody's different, so you got to work and see it.
He's a chicken and steak.
Chicken steak.
I'm like a steak and ground turkey. So
that's it. I mean, that's and you'll find these different things that work for you, and you can start utilizing more maybe than somebody else. This is where you need to I guess trial and error, like Drew's saying,
Yeah.
but know what you're doing on the trial and error too.
Yeah.
If you're very, very amateur and you don't know what you're doing at all, you need to obviously find some credible sources, watch online, talk, listen to me or Drew on some of the things we can help you out with. But at that point, you got to have somewhere you're going to start and really start working towards what you want to do.
Yeah, when I say trial and error too, it's like it's basically clean food within reason. It doesn't mean, oh, let me go eat a whole pizza and see where it goes. You know what's going to happen with that. But, I'm talking about basic clean food sources. Find what works for you, and especially your blood type too. I know a lot of times when people are blood type O, lactose is terrible for them. I mean, you could do your research on anybody who's O blood type. Anything lactose, milk, or cheese, like there's like so much information on it. So blood type makes a difference too. But yeah, just the only way you're gonna know is to try it.
Got another question. Do you think metabolism slows because of age or lifestyle? I think it's both. Obviously, as you get older, different things are going to slow down. Now, if you're optimized and everything, then I don't think age is a problem. Lifestyle is definitely going to be your number one thing here because lifestyle, I mean, listen, you're going out all night, staying up all night, you're drinking all day, smoking, drugs, just no sleep. That is going to age you so fast.
And processed foods, fast foods, the
foods,
foods will mess you up
too. So we were just talking about. So that's all going to mess up your metabolism. And think about this: if you're eating a bad diet like that, and you're 300 pounds and obese, you probably have diabetes. And the diabetes, right, with the insulin, you're going to be all messed up right there, and not be able to lose weight, gain weight, and then other things happening. So, obviously, I think that lifestyle is the most important thing. And if you're aging, you're going to age unless you do something about it. And that's slowing down the clock. There's two types of ages. I was talking to someone this last night. This guy comes up to me last night. This is crazy. I'm a nice guy, so I don't want to say anything to the guy. But the guy comes up to me, and he's of Indian descent. Yep, and he's like, "I'm the healthiest there is, and you guys aren't healthy." I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was
Because they're saying to like me and this girl that I know, I'm like, and the girl, she's fine. She don't care. She's just giving it to him. She's like, "What are you talking about? Like, who are you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, the age, like I age more better than you," and like really like rude, really rude, right? And I'm like, he's like, "You know what, Titan?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll age better than you." I'm like, "Okay," and he's like, I don't need any like all I take is turmeric in the morning and some other stuff." I was like, "Oh, all right." I was like, "Have you ever had a blood test done?" I've never had a blood test done. Never.
So how do you know?
I'm like, how do you know like you're like truly healthy, right? Because even blood tests, like a lot of people like they might feel great, but there's something going on. It might be in the early stages, and at that point, like, how would you know it? Wow, like, well, don't you think that would be good information to have? And he couldn't say anything because, well, I kind of see your point on it, but just like, I mean, this guy's got to be like 35. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm 44. I'm like, better than you to 44. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for somebody, I just don't understand some people out there where they think that they're healthy and they're not really healthy, or not getting blood tests is something that they should be proud of.
Yeah, I think the key word, what you said, they think. They think. It's not good to think.
Yeah.
It's not good to think you're healthy. You should know. The only way you're gonna know is to get blood work done and testing done.
Dude, it was so funny. I mean, so funny. It was just crazy. It's nuts. If you could take one type therapy for life, which one would you choose?
HRT.
HRT.
Yeah.
Everybody agree on that. HRT would be the go-to. If there was one more therapy after that, like a growth hormone peptide, probably. That'd probably be like testosterone or something of that caliber.
Maybe IGF.
Because I would, yeah. Because I would just make sure I would want my growth hormone levels to be good. And I want my hormones to be good. Yeah. And then everything else, I think I could work at doing some other things. But diet was obviously the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And then, just lifting a little bit differently. So I'm excited. I want to see how these things go with the stem cells, and hopefully I'll be able to lift a little bit better, or just not feel much pain lifting, I guess.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't heard anything bad about stem cell.
What's your biggest distraction during your health journey? Work. That's my work, I guess. Biggest
Probably,
distraction. I don't know.
it might go back into the food, like all the bad food that's in
Yeah,
front of you that you smell every day that
yeah.
other people are eating. I mean, but the thing with me is I'm so
Oh,
disciplined, it doesn't bother
I
me.
don't got a problem with that.
You know, I could be sitting here and someone could be eating all this cake at McDonald's and all this stuff, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
it doesn't really,
yeah.
yeah,
Honestly, the girls do it almost every day in front of me in the office.
yeah,
It's Chick-fil-A, or today it was Chipotle, or
yeah,
whatever. And they're eating Maggiano's. Like, this shit looks good,
yeah,
but I'm not gonna eat it. It smells good. I ain't gonna eat it though.
yeah.
But but hey, listen, it's great to look at.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the feeling than the flavor.
Yeah, definitely,
I
definitely.
should be a T-shirt. I should make that.
That'd be good. That'd be
I
really
just freestyled that and realized it. Performance and pleasure, the feeling and flavor.
all right. Do you prefer training alone or with a partner?
Lately, I prefer training alone, just because when I train, it's like, I mean, it's one thing if I'm doing just for content, but if I'm
Yeah,
training, it's like I take it serious.
yeah.
And I'm realizing now, even the people that I'm training with that are prepping for shows, I'm still taking it more serious than they are.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I mean, like, not all of them. So I'm not,
How
this is
about
a
to
friend.
say,
No,
wow.
this is, I shouldn't say I'm talking about in mid set. Like, if I'm in the
Yeah,
middle of the set,
yeah,
I'm squeezing, I'm kind
yeah,
of like, I'm
yeah,
feeling it. And
yeah.
then it's just kind of like,
I got to do something.
so I'm not saying everybody,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's
yeah,
very hard to find people to tap in. Like I could literally tap in during the set, and as soon as the set's done, I could be like, okay, whatever. But if I have weight in my hand, I hate when someone's talking to me.
Oh hell no.
Or like, wait till I show you this video. I'm in the middle of work.
No,
Like,
bro.
set the weight down.
Yeah,
So, and not only that, I don't know what I'm doing. I freestyle. I've always freestyle. Like
yeah,
today, I may do back.
yeah.
I don't know exactly how many sets we got left. How many
Right,
reps?
right.
Look, I'm not your trainer. We're just working out
That's
together.
right.
I'm off the clock. I'm
That's
working
right.
out.
That's right. That's
So
right.
do your thing. I'll do my. If I want to do 5 reps, I'll do 5. You
Yeah,
want to do whatever.
yeah,
But when they start asking like, how many sets? What do we got next? Like that's what my clients say.
yeah,
So then it becomes like I'm working.
yeah. No, bro.
Yeah.
It'd
It'd be like you being home and all of a sudden like
so
you have to be thinking about like no shop talk. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. No, for sure. And that's mine. So I've always trained by myself. The only other times I've trained with other people would be Drew,
Yeah.
and maybe some people here or there, like like friends or the one-offs. Like there's never had a training partner. I think the closest person I've ever had a training partner is you.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to have been training a lot recently. But at that point, I want to start getting into that unless we're gonna train again.
Yeah.
If you have to, but you know me, I'm gonna rock and roll. The only thing I can say about you compared to anybody else is that one, when you're training with somebody, your intensity is there, it's there, right?
Mhm.
And it's hard because if you're training with somebody else, you need somebody to push you,
Yeah.
right? And that's what somebody should be talking to you like when you're in that set, like, let's go, Drew, get this shit up.
Yeah.
Instead of like this video, or check this out on Instagram or some shit like that. Like you be in the moment and do it right. But my thing about this is it's so hard for somebody to be even equal to you because of your size and your strength.
Yeah.
That's tough. Because
Yeah.
you want somebody that's lifting the same weight, you make pulling plates off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That too, because like say if it doesn't matter what the exercise, this is just random numbers. Say if we're doing a pressing movement and they're pressing, 200 or
Yeah,
250, I'm automatically like, okay, let me do 300, 350.
yeah,
But if I was by myself, I'd be doing 450.
yes,
So it's kind of like I always do more than who I'm training with,
yeah,
but I'm judging it off of let me at least do more than them. When
Right.
I'm with myself, it's like I know.
right, right, right.
So it's kind of like, and not only that too, I don't like if I'm working out with somebody and like say we're on like, in other words, people ask to work out with me all the time. If they work out, if there's 2 benches side by side
We're training both.
and we're doing flat bench,
Yeah.
we're on the same bench.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't like when someone goes like, if I'm in the middle of doing something and they walk off, and as I'm doing tricep push-ons, they walk over there and do some flies or whatever, then come back.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you might as well work out by yourself.
Yeah.
Like I want you to push me through my set. I want to
Right.
push you through your set.
right, right.
But I can't stand that. If I'm working out and then someone just walks off and does their own thing, it's kind of like
I don't like that either.
it's like
Yeah, you're there together, man.
yeah, like oh, there's 2 of these machines. I'll do this one, you do that one. Like
Yeah, no.
just work out by yourself.
Yeah, you might as well at that point. Might as
Work
well.
out by yourself. Like,
You might as well at that point. Oh, we got a good amount of people on there. 2048, I believe, is what we got up there viewing.
nice.
Oh yeah, pushing it, baby. I love it. I love it. All right, what else we got here?
2,100.
There we go. I started pushing traffic. We started pushing traffic. It's on.
We got a question right here.
Ooh.
What do we got?
Facts Guru, are there any side effects with TRT?
So if you do TRT the correct and proper way, then you should have minimal to no side effects. If you do TRT or HRT the wrong way, then you will possibly have some negative side effects. One would be, listen, if you're just taking testosterone, right? This could be a problem because it's going to convert to other, hormones like estrogen or DHT. And if you're not properly balancing hormones, then that's when you're going to have problems like gynecomastia, water retention, irritability from the water retention, high blood pressure, a whole bunch of negative things. If you're taking too much testosterone, DHT can rise too high. DHT goes up too high, this could possibly make you, have hair loss. So this is another negative side effect that can happen.
Yeah.
If you take testosterone and she goes too high, too low, there's a whole bunch of negative side effects that go along with that too as well. So the other part of it would be gonadal support, making sure your testicles are still activated in some way or something's activating them. And, that's the proper way, I would say. But, when you're dialed into the right dose and that dose is within normal, healthy, optimal limits, then you're going to be golden. It's when you have somebody that really doesn't care about what they're doing to you. They're just trying to sell you some testosterone.
Yep.
And at that point, you're going to have the negative side effects.
Yeah, I would say, if just like what John said, if it's done correctly, like the milligrams per week does not make it HRT or TRT.
Right.
What makes it HRT or TRT is the therapy,
Right.
like when it's monitored.
Yeah.
So if your friend's doing 100 milligrams because he's on TRT, he's doing, his place gives him 150 a week. So I'm doing TRT because I'm doing 150 a week. No, you're not. It's just like, John, you have to regulate everything.
Right.
People always think TRT or HRT is a low dose. Like, that's the thing now. I'm doing HRT because it's low dose. Unless you know your blood work, unless it's being monitored,
Yeah.
you're literally just taking testosterone.
Yeah, that's it.
Just like what Jennifer's asking, do you customize dose for each person? Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, certain people may only need 100.
Yeah.
Certain people may need up to 200. I know I was up to 200.
Yeah.
But I've even seen people lower than that.
Yeah.
I know I was talking to a friend of mine, or not a friend, kind of an associate. He was on 80 milligrams.
I know.
He was on 80 milligrams. So, I mean, in 80 milligrams, that's whatever place he went to, they were only giving him 80 milligrams, but 80 milligrams was like what he needed. It was working.
Right.
Some people don't need it.
Some people don't.
Some guys will come in and get their blood work done. Their testosterone's at 880. I'm like, man, you're good. Like, you don't need anything.
Dude, some people do. They're golden. And then at that point, it's like, all right, well, what else you guys can do?
Yeah.
And, there's a whole bunch of other things you can do to optimize yourself. Even if all your blood work comes back perfect,
Yeah.
you're still trying to achieve some sort of goal or some sort of physical, physique, I guess.
I always wondered what happened if, like, we went to like the Amazon jungle, like the rainforest, where people like barefoot living off the land, what their testosterone levels is.
They're really good.
They're probably all
They're
up
really
to,
good.
they're probably 6, 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they've never had processed foods. They've never done anything. They've been in the sunlight. Everything is organic.
Yeah.
Andreas,
do me a favor. Do
They're
this because
probably-
it'll pop up. Look up testosterone levels across the world, highest to lowest.
what do you think's the highest is going
It's like Croatia and all that. Everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
The Croatia, Serbia area or something like that. Like in that.
I wonder what Japan and China and
They're low.
low.
Yeah.
We're probably the lowest.
Here we go.
We're probably the lowest. We have the
Yeah.
most processed food.
Yeah.
Mongolia.
Big for you.
Oh, I don't want to put this guy's their name,
Ooh.
but see, I said Croatia and all them. Uzbekistan,
Cameroon. Those guys in Cameroon are
That's Africa.
huge.
Yeah,
Those guys are like genetically like
Yeah.
monsters.
yeah. Mongolia. I mean, look at that.
So it says for the USA is 517. Just to give you guys
Lowest countries: Thailand, Germany, Israel, and Belgium and Italy.
Thailand
Dude,
393.
this is wrong though. Do me a favor. Go back out to the where were you at?
Yeah.
All right. And then
Cameroon.
go to that.
This is the actual.
There we go.
But one thing too is that are these countries even like all these people that are living in the wild? How do they know what their levels are? You know what I'm saying? How do
They've
they?
never been tested.
They've never been tested, so how do they know what their
Oh,
testosterone?
no, they testing.
They do.
Yeah,
Oh, they do.
yeah.
So they just go to like a random in the
They
wilderness.
take. Well, I don't know.
Sample.
I don't know about like, indigenous people.
That's what I mean. Like people that are like, no, that's what I mean. Their testosterone is
Look
like
at this. Highest is the
they say high. See, this is Eastern Asian, Black men, South
Uh-huh.
Asian, North testosterone, North American Asian, Bangladesh men.
Says black men have higher total testosterone. Oh,
So, there was
I
a
don't know.
chart that I seen that had all. See, this is it.
This is it.
This is another one right here.
Cameroon's always
Yeah.
up there, seven.
This is where it's at.
See, look, if you look at as
We haven't even seen the United States yet.
Uzbekistan's almost optimal. They're almost good. I mean, they're on 700. That's
Influencing factors. Environmental.
one with the lowest.
441 is what it says the United States is up there. Right in that, no, down, 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 right in that little paragraph underneath the countries. It says right there, it says,
U.S.
as were men in US and Japan in some studies compared to other populations, US Asian men averaged around 4.41 nanograms milliliters, and 441.
So basically, here in the United States, we have half. The average man has half the testosterone what they should be, not over the limit.
Yeah.
Like
This is crazy.
that's half.
This is crazy.
Oh, and in another 30 years, it's probably going to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you prefer more? Strength, aesthetics, or longevity? It's a good question. I mean, you want all three, obviously. You
I
want
say
strength,
aesthetics.
you want aesthetics, you want the way you look, and then you want longevity. You want to live a long time, you want to look good, you want to be strong.
Yeah.
What
Because if I look like crap, but I'm strong, I live long.
you don't want it?
Uh,
So you want it?
I mean, I want to live long, but I mean, like,
What would be the most important thing to you?
like in terms of bodybuilding, whether I'm on stage or not, it's all about like the look.
Mine's gonna be probably aesthetics or longevity.
I would say aesthetics first, then longevity, then last. I could care less about strength. I lift a lot of weight, but that's just I could care less about it.
Straight, but it's like
It's cool when you're young, like I bench 500 or whatever. But now it's kind of like
YouTube right there.
Gotcha. What peptides do people typically lose? How much weight do people typically lose in the first month? It really depends, because some people incorporate activity, some people they change their diet or they eat really good. So it really depends on the person. People can lose up to what is it? I don't know the clinical.
is she asking about GLP-1s or just eating clean?
I'm just gonna say in general.
Yeah.
In general, you're going to lose probably up to 14 pounds per month. You can lose more than that, but up to 14 pounds in a month. So that's pretty quick. I think Sharice lost like 20 something pounds in, it was like what, 30 days, 40 days, something like that. It's quick.
So you got to think about it. Sharice lost that much and she's not big.
No.
So the bigger you are, the more you're going to lose. If a woman weighs 300 pounds, she'll drop 50.
She'll drop quick.
Like, yeah.
Quick. So, yeah, I mean, obviously she had her surgery. She couldn't work out. She wasn't eating good. And, obviously what's going to happen is you're going to pack it on. And, she obviously is very concerned about the way she looks. And at that point, she used one of our awesome therapies here at Type Medical Center. And at that point, lost that weight. So
it was quick.
It's very, very attainable. And she doesn't go to the gym. I'm sorry to say, everybody does not believe me when I tell them that. Everybody I talk to, man, like, how many times do you and Sharice go to the gym a week? And like, I'm barely getting 3 or 4 in. Sharice, maybe once in 3 months, twice, maybe.
Isn't it sucks that like she gets to just chill? We have to you have to like work and
because
this feet clean.
Like,
you don't like to eat Chick-fil-A and just walk around looking like a beauty model.
Look, what's going on here? And, I tell her, I'm like, listen, for you, yeah, it's easy. And like, if I want to lose weight, I can lose weight pretty easy. But at that point, like, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to, I want to be big and strong, and have these things. So, and have the aesthetics. For you, it's like you just get skinny, and you're golden. So
yeah, that's good though, because a lot of people, that's into the gym and eating healthy and all that. Like a lot of people, like their significant other, like I don't force it.
Yeah.
Like I'm single now, but if I'm dating, I don't really force it. Like you have to do this, but it kind of fits the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people where it's just like you guys both look the part.
Right.
So it kind of like matches as opposed to someone who's like lives a completely healthy lifestyle and someone who doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really, it's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to, after a while it becomes weird.
It was definitely,
What peptides do you recommend for muscle recovery?
Yeah, so for muscle recovery, you're going to look at a couple different peptides, right? Like any growth release hormone peptides are going to be good for this. Including IGF-1, testosterone, and all those other ones. So these are going to be great peptides to help with muscle recovery. The other thing you want to look at is amino acids. Amino acids, like especially like your branched chain amino acids, me and Drew were talking about them yesterday. Isoleucine, valine, and leucine. These are the three and only three branched chain amino acids. These are going to be really, really key. But don't forget about all the other essential and non-essential amino acids too, as well. These are vital for muscle building and at that point for recovery and to make sure you're protecting your body in a couple different ways. One, not go into a catabolic state. Make sure that one, you're really, building on that muscle that you're so hard to get. It's hard to get muscle. It's a lot easier to lose weight than gain muscle. So,
Yeah. And muscle doesn't leave as quick as people think it does.
No.
Fat you can lose in a couple days. Water you can lose in a couple hours.
Yeah.
But muscle you're not really going to lose. And myself, I used to always be like, if I miss the gym one day, if I miss one meal, you could. It's not that serious as I get older. But
it's true. Definitely true.
You can pull water and pull fat pretty quickly though. Water real quick.
For sure.
I mean, you can lose 10 pounds of water in 24 hours, healthily.
What's the biggest fitness myth you believed until you learned the truth? Wow. That all the biggest guys in the gym back in the day were just eating broccoli and chicken, and that's how they trained a lot.
Yeah, right. That's the biggest problem.
And then you find out what the real deal is. That's not what just they're doing to get the way they got. That was a big eye opener to me. I mean, obviously, like you would think, you might perceive, you might assume, but you don't really know. And you really do know now. So that was one myth that I thought. It was like, all right, well, you can just obtain this naturally. And I think, until I got into college, I was like, all right, well, I could obtain this, so I want to stay natural. And I was that. That's just
you're not going to gain 30 pounds of lean muscle in
no
40 days.
You're strong as hell. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So.
And I'd probably say the biggest one too is that you could outwork a bad diet, kind of what we talked about earlier.
Yes.
I see people like, oh, I had cheesecake last night. I'm doing an hour cardio in the morning.
Yes.
It doesn't work like that.
Right. It doesn't.
Might as well just not even eat the cheesecake. Just stay home.
That would be a lot better. See, we were talking about just diet over exercise.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect example of, if your diet was on point right there, you would have had exercise that hour to cardio for sure.
Or even eat clean, because people hear that word diet and they're like, oh, diet.
Diet.
Eat healthy or eat better.
All the bad diets out there.
Yeah.
No, it's actually helpful.
BPC will help a little bit with muscle recovery as well too.
Have you ever done a full hormone panel to check your baseline health? Absolutely. Do it all the time. Drew's done it, I do it, everybody does it. And that if you don't do it, probably not the best idea. The best idea, the smartest idea would be to do it. So if you haven't done it, this is your time. I mean, if you'd like to contact Type Medical Center, they can set you up or blow it nationwide. So at that point, I would contact them if you want more information.
Got Fitness Muscle asking, do you think water retention affects your results? Depends what you want your results to be. If you want to be more lean and have more muscle definition, it may. If the water retention gets too high, it could be blood pressure, it could be other stuff. But I mean, in terms of muscle building, it's not really going to affect the muscle building, but it's going to affect the ability to see the muscle because it's going to put, water, that subcutaneous water, or like a film of water over it. This blurs everything out. So I mean, if your results you're looking for is to get leaner and have more chisel physique, yes. But again, water retention can also help the other way. If you have a little bit of fluid, not too much, but a little bit of fluid. If you're lifting heavy, it's less irritation on your joints. So if you're a power lifter, it could help. But if you're a bodybuilder, I guess it could hurt. But I don't really see it affecting results. In terms of muscle building, just seeing the muscle. It's more of like a cosmetic thing.
Yeah, it'll make it look more round, wash it out a little bit.
Your face will look more round. May lose vascularity because water's on top of everything or underneath the skin.
Definitely.
But you can control your water retention too with your sodium too. If you have a high sodium diet, just cut a little bit of sodium out and drink more water, and you can lose a little bit of water retention.
What's the biggest benefit you expect from hormone optimization? There's a whole bunch of benefits. I would say, when I got on, it was like open up the shades for the first time and seeing the light. I guess that's how I felt. I used to call it like the Walking Dead syndrome, where you get up, I go through my routine all day, come home, go train for 2 hours, come home, eat, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, do it again. and I didn't feel the best. Like I was drinking 4 Red Bulls a day. I got up to maybe like 5, and I was like, "This is not healthy, right?
Yeah.
Something's going on." So that's when I got my first blood test, and I seen what was going on. I think I was total testosterone at 98 at that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy, the doctor was like the super conservative doctor too. He was a friend of ours, and he's like, "You need testosterone right now." What? He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You got testosterone in yours?" Yes.
Yeah.
He went. He went to their medical cabinet, grabbed it out. He pulled out 2 mLs of 200 milligrams from. I'm like, "You need 4 milligrams of testosterone right now? You need it." I'm like, "Okay." Probably. I was like, "Man, I started feeling better." I was like, "That's I was starting to work on Titan at that point." So I was like, "This is just another thing." I was like, that was the one thing that like I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, we're doing this."
And you don't realize what good feels like until you
You
feel
don't.
good.
You don't.
I know for me, when I first came to Titans, got my blood work done, it was a 408.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be really, really high.
Yeah.
Just like I tell people before, make sure whatever you're doing is from a medical provider. Because at the
Yeah.
time, what I was doing was not from a medical provider. So apparently it was fake. I was wasting my money.
Right.
And it was a 408. So, I mean, I didn't realize it. But the thing what happens is when guys have low T, then they lose their libido. The first thing they do is to go start taking, something for, like an erectile dysfunction medication or something like that. So that's not going to help you. I mean, it'll help you perform, but it's not going to help your testosterone levels. So you don't just, I know people that will take, ED medication like all the time, every day,
Yeah.
because their test is so low because they've never gotten it done.
Yeah. Massive
Whereas,
symptoms.
yeah, so get your blood work done, get on TRT. You won't need to take that every
That's
day.
right.
You'll naturally feel like that. Like when
That's
you're
right.
14, 15, every time you saw a girl, it was like, boom. So that would be one of my biggest benefits with HRT is the libido.
Yeah. Definitely libido, definitely
Libido,
energy,
yeah.
mental, clarity, like all that. I'm sorry, guys. Unfortunately, I have a business call I have to take. So I'm gonna leave it up to that. Vice tomorrow down at
Yeah.
Clearwater, the Viceroy.
5 p.m.
Yep, 4 to 8 p.m. is when the show is. I believe it's 4 to 8. 4 to 8 p.m. We'll be walking the fashion show. We'll have some tight rides out there. It's gonna be super, super cool. I'm gonna leave the rest into Drew's hands. Love you, brother.
All right.
We'll talk to you afterwards. All right, guys.
Get this. Look what he's forgetting, people. Look what he's forgetting.
I got to back up the lunch.
All that hydration.
All that hydration. Let me see if we got any more questions here. Customized dosage. Do you think water affects what peptides? How much weight do people lose? I'm not sure if Sabrina's still on. She was asking about how much weight people typically lose. That's a broad question. Like I said, the more you weigh, the more you're going to lose because the percentage of your body weight. So in other words, if someone weighs 150 pounds and they lose 10 pounds, that's a good amount of percentage of the body weight. It's kind of like someone who weighs 300 pounds losing, 20 or 30. So it's all different. It's kind of like when people say, how long is it going to take me to gain muscle? Everyone's different. I don't know your genetics. But yeah, pretty much all the questions have been answered for today. Anybody out there has any quick questions, I'll be on for a couple more minutes just to make sure I take care of everybody. But like John said, tomorrow we'll be at the Vice, 4 to 8 p.m. I believe we'll be walking soon, so get there early. It'll be me, my boy Cordell, Waddy, a bunch of girls. The Titanettes, we always bring some bad Titanettes to walk in the dresses. I'm excited about my wardrobe. You guys will see it tomorrow. And also Waddy's wardrobe and the girls. But I've seen all the wardrobes hanging up in the closet, and they look insane. This is also for Autism Speaks, Jacobs. So this is a charity event. Always good. I always like to give shout outs to Jacobs events with Autism Speaks. So if you want to donate for that, you can do that as well. John said we're going to have the fleet out there. I mean, there's always new stuff with the fleet. There's a Lambo, there's a McLaren, or new Lambo, and all kinds of stuff. The new Chevy, the ZR1 is sick. It just got wrapped. The fin looks insane. So that'll be out there as well. That's pretty much it for today. I'll be back next week. Watch YouTube, hit the bell so you're notified of videos just like this one. Also, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and also the podcast. Again, this is Big Dru for Titan Medical. Right back next week, 2 p.m. every Friday, Eastern Standard Time. Team Titan for Big Dru. I'm out.